something that would only be said in church. Hey, why not just be wronged? This is like crazy people, right? Why not just be cheated? You only hear this in church. But it all comes back to, what do you really represent? What is this world about? Are you an ambassador? Are you representing something far greater? Or are you more like my kids, and their favorite saying is, "That's not fair." Hear it every day. And as a parent, we all have the same response, which is, life's not fair. I knew you knew it. I knew you knew it. Because we all say it. Well, life's not fair. And get used to it. This is the real world. Welcome. Thank you. But according to Paul, that's not even far enough. According to Paul in these scriptures, it goes beyond that, a step further, and says, hey, what if you were wronged by a fellow believer? What if you were cheated by a fellow believer? Why don't you just be okay with it? So, it doesn't even compute in our heads. We're like, wait, have you ever gotten to a business and you're there about 5 minutes before they close, and you walk in and there's a visible disgust from all the workers? Right? You know immediately if the owner's in the building or if it's just a worker in the building. There's just a drastic difference. And sometimes you walk in, the owner's like, yeah, they're all excited. It means the bottom line. It helps the bottom line. They're actually okay that someone came in, as opposed to the worker who just cleaned up and got everything ready so they can get out. They're already talking about their plans. And then you walk in and all they see is annoyance. And you're like, well, I think I'm going to leave. This happens in the church too, which is so strange. Sometimes people come to church and we don't even treat them well. We treat them so badly. We treat them as we have an inside club, and they just kind of wandered into our club, and we're not going to allow anyone else in. We've got enough in our club. We do that at church all the time because I visit churches constantly. And I'm always so shocked by what some of our churches, all the other churches, okay? So you don't have to personalize this part. All the other churches. And you go on the website, you're trying to figure out, okay, where do I go? And then you get there, the parking lot's so confusing. We just assume everyone understands our parking lot. But you don't really know sometimes, and the parking lot's off and weird, and you don't know where the front door is. One time I was walking into this building, and I'm in this dark hallway going, am I in the right building? I think I wandered into some warehouse. I see someone, I go, is this so-and-so church? He looks at me like I asked him if I could own his baby. It was so odd. And he's like, yes, we'll start in like 5 minutes, and he walks away. I was in the right location. There weren't very many people, shocking. But as I'm going through that service, I'm going, is this what we represent? Do we really believe this God thing if we're going to put our most angry people at the door with frowns on their face? It's just so odd sometimes. And we walk in the room and it looks like someone they just woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Now, we can't always be great. I get it. But we've got to, at some point, remember, we're representing something far greater. There is a Christ that we love and adore, and our faces represent him. Our actions represent him. Our greetings, how we treat people in this room, it represents him.